Not enough memory. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So, today I want to talk about the lone color of candidate who's going to be appearing on the December 19th debate stage. Andrew J, as I call him, Andrew Yang to you commoners. Looks like my stream is a little bit slow. Let me know if you guys have any issues receiving video. If not, I'm just going to roll right through this broadcast. Again, I want to keep this tight. I want to talk about Andrew Yang's position on the spending of Tom Steyer and one Michael Bloomberg, and why this matters. So, Yang was recently asked, I guess he was asked about Bloomberg and Steyer, and I have this Yahoo article, which I'll, of course, go ahead and link in the description box of this video. His statement was, "I'm less upset than some of the other candidates at Tom and Mike spending all this money because I think it's going to be a dud," Yang told a small gaggle of reporters riding aboard his campaign bus through central Iowa. Other candidates, Cory Booker has been more critical of Bloomberg and Steyer's $164 million ad blitz. That is ridiculous. To put this figure into perspective, the rest of the Democratic field has spent only $28.3 million combined. Yang, however, offered a measured response. There are diminishing returns on ad buys. Eventually, the money's like pushing on a spring, and the incremental advertising becomes more irritating than informative. This has been demonstrated again and again. Self-funded candidates have a very poor track record. I do not think this cycle is running any differently. Now, it's slow, but it's watchable. Okay, again, I apologize. These videos are going to be edited, reposted, nice, tight, coming straight out of the crispy Panasonic GH5 on that 10-bit 4K. Come on, man. You know your boys got you. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this, which I probably wouldn't have at all, except for I was thinking about the debate qualifications. And one of the debate qualifications is that you have to have a certain amount of donors. And the problem in the case of Michael Bloomberg is that he has vowed not to take donations, meaning no matter how much money he spends on ads, he will never qualify for a debate. Now, he's polling like 4%, 5% right now. So that's good. But continuing not to appear on stage is going to cause a concern, because what is ultimately going to happen is the DNC is going to have to step in, and if he hits 10%, I mean, I don't know if he'll hit 10%. We'll say he hits 7%. If he's at 7% and Andrew Yang is still at 4%, is the question never going to come up that he's polling higher than some of the people who are on stage, but because of the qualifications, he won't be able to participate in debates? And that's going to create a very sticky situation for the DNC, because you can't, I mean, you got people dropping out. I mean, Kamala just dropped out. We've lost Beto. People have dropped out. So are they really about to change the qualifications to allow Bloomberg to appear on stage, or is he just going to literally do what we all suspect, which is just taking up airtime and just tricking off a bunch of money, which clearly he has? And I'm down for a loan. Listen, I can give you some coverage. You send it. Hit the email. I'm in the description. But no, man, I don't understand. I don't understand. Like I said, he clearly has no intention of winning. But this was something I didn't even think about until today. He can't even make it on the debate stage. So what are you doing, bro? Like, what is this? Oh, is this it? No, this is the other one. What else does Yang say? He qualified, 10 months. And billionaire Bloomberg jumped in. Yeah, so they're just wrapping up. But yeah, there's no logical path for either one of these guys to really win. They're just spending a bunch of money, which clearly they have, and this is their right to do. But what's the point? And what is the DNC going to do? the DNC is not in a good spot right now. You know what I mean? They clearly have their preference as to who they want to win this race. We know that they have no problem, putting their thumb on the scale in order to help a certain candidate win. We saw that in 2016. So what are their thoughts on this? What are their intentions on this? I mean, I don't know. But what I do know is that Andrew J. is the only candidate of color who's going to be on stage, which honestly it means absolutely nothing to me. I could care less. I don't care if he's transparent. I don't know. It doesn't matter what color he is. But the fact that they're covering this, of course, I Freudian slip. The fact that it's being covered is, again, just more good news, which is, again, the importance of just remaining relevant, which is the importance of making the debate stage and finding any reason possible for Andrew Yang's name to be mentioned so that his message can continue to be heard. Bloomberg really doesn't have a clear path. But why is he here? I 100% agree with you. He has no path. He has no policies. But he's here, and he's just spending a bunch of money. I originally had been saying he had spent $37 million. I heard this morning, I think they said $54 million. It's just like, there's nothing else you want to do with your money, man. So we know we won't be seeing him on a debate stage. And he's refusing donations. So what is the logic in this at all? It makes absolutely no sense. But once again, this confirms Andrew Yang is right in that this spending is a waste. You know what I mean? He's clearly just obstructing some candidate. Maybe he's positioning himself if there's a contested convention. I don't know what his plan is. But I do know, whatever it is a very expensive plan. Steyer, he's pretty much out. I heard somewhere that, this is from Tom Perez. He said that the reason why the debate requirements are what they are is because no candidate who's ever polled below 4% up to this point has ever gone on to win. Therefore, history is on the side of Andrew Yang, but not so much on the side of Tom Steyer, which means he has no chance of winning at this point historically. So any day for him, he's out. Tulsi, it's been a nice ride. We look forward to working with you in the future, but it's about over for you. Doesn't mean the fight wasn't good. It doesn't mean you didn't offer incredible value to this race, but it's time to get serious. Right now, we have 7 people on the debate stage. That is a solid number. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that number going forward. And again, that doesn't even include Bloomberg, who's polling technically above Andrew Yang. So it looks like we're going to be right at about 8. But I would really like to keep it at 8 at all costs. There's no reason for anyone else to be up there. And really, we could possibly replace Klobuchar with Tulsi or something like that, but somebody's going to have to go by the next debate. Hopefully 2 or 3 can go by then. You know what I mean? But Bloomberg is there because the DNC wants to maintain the status quo. That might be true, but he can't debate. So, I hear what you're saying, but that doesn't make any sense unless it's just to obstruct. Which is ridiculous that he would even be allowed to do that. I mean, if the threshold of 4% was set because historically no one has ever won without meeting that threshold, then when are we going to start imposing those same types of sanctions or thresholds on candidates who have no chance of winning, but they're just spending a bunch of money to buy votes, essentially? Appreciate you, Morris. They like to keep the wealthy class and the poor thinking they support the poor. Well, not supporting Bloomberg, they don't. Has Bloomberg been brought in by the DNC to take votes for the non-establishment candidates so they clear the way for Warren Burr? Again, that is a question that is going to have to be answered, and that answer is probably going to come when we see their response. I mean, if he's decided that he's not going to take donations, And one of the thresholds in order to qualify for debates is you have to have a certain amount of donations. Therefore, he can never get enough donations to qualify. So, what is he doing? You have to be on the debate stage too, so we can discuss your ideas. Unless what you're saying is, no, I don't need to discuss my ideas. I'm literally trying to buy this election. Like, I'm not. That is it. That my plan is to buy the election. I'm going to buy as many ads as possible until I poll at a high enough percentage to win. That is my plan. And my policies, I don't need any of those because I'm trying to buy this thing. So I don't know what you're talking about. Like, that has to be his plan, because he's not interested in getting individual support, because he doesn't need it. He said, no, I got money. I got these greenbacks. We good. So valiant plan, but no, makes no sense to me. And it's his own money. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess when you got that kind of money, you just make conversation. You call up your guy and say, hey, I'm going to tilt interest rates in a certain way so you can get your money back. It's just a phone call when you're talking about billions of dollars. So maybe he's not losing any money. What is the January requirement? I don't know. Let's see. Because I think they just roll them out as they see that someone's qualifying who they don't want to be there. I don't think they're putting all these qualifications out ahead of time. I mean, they're winging this thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'll look around and see if I can find it, but I don't think the qualifications have been released, because I remember seeing qualifications coming out during the last one. I read that his budget is $100 million for ads. Well, he's halfway there. Jeez, if his budget's $100 million, he's halfway there. Like, come on, man. Give the rest of us a chance. I want to buy an election one day. But that's why Andrew Yang needs to become president, so we can get these democracy dollars out here, so we can democracy dollars would show how ridiculous this strategy is, because when you're literally saying, I'm going to just put money into a campaign, my own money, fine, it's not coming from big pharma or whatever corporation, but democracy dollars are coming from individuals who also represent votes. Even having that debate, that strategy would now just become completely asinine. So, Bloomberg thinks he can win in a weak field. Individual donations doesn't just represent money. Like, it's also about support. Like, that's why we like democracy dollars, because what we're saying is, here's my money and here's my vote together. Therefore, it's not just, here's a bunch of money coming from this entity, and whatever the people vote, it doesn't matter. We're going to wash those votes out and just do whatever we want to do because you gave me all the money. No, we're going to put accountability behind the one-to-one. So those one-to-ones are going to add up to the point where you're not going to be able to ignore the people. So we need to have a cap on how much can be spent on ads and paying staff. So yeah, so in that case, it doesn't matter how much money people spend. In the case of democracy dollars, it wouldn't matter how much you spend. You could spend all the money in the world. If everybody else is aligning their dollars to support a candidate and an idea, not only would your candidate not win, right, unless your candidate is the guy who people are supporting, but once that candidate's in office and we got real journalism being done, and we have people who are paying attention to local elections, and voting day is a national holiday, and everyone's participating, and we're at 85% participation, all of a sudden, there's going to be some accountability, which we don't currently have. So that doesn't work in a Yang administration or going forward after democracy dollars and some of Yang's other policies are put into place. Why does he think the field is weak? He's a billionaire in it already. Well, if I'm polling at 5% in 2 weeks, I'm going to say the field's pretty weak too. I mean, I'm not hating on that. Like, yeah, I think the field isn't weak because the field is weak because of the candidates. Like, the ideas aren't terrible. It's just the candidates themselves. They have some major flaws, which makes it hard to vote for some of them. or it can shame candidates that or don't use it. Oh yeah. Per the Hill, Bloomberg has spent 100 million. He's spent already 100 million. Where are you getting that from? That's insane. Oh, 2 days ago. Yeah, see, I'm on December 3rd when he was at. Wow. So from between December 3rd and 2 days ago, he spent another 40 million at some point. Just casually dropped 40 million. Sorry, I can't keep up. I can't keep up with his rate of spending. He spends like nobody's business. My goodness. So on December 3rd, they were talking about he spent over 57 million, and as of 2 days ago, we're saying Bloomberg closes on 100 million in campaign ad spending. That is, I told y'all I see him everywhere. I don't even watch TV and I see this man's ads. That is ridiculous. I literally go to the gym for an hour a day, and in that time, I see three Bloomberg ads, and I'm not even watching the TV. Like I'm not like on the treadmill watching. I'm lifting over here, and as I walk in, I see a Bloomberg ad. And then I'm walking out, I see a Bloomberg ad. Like they're everywhere. So he is going extra hard. He is really trying to buy this election. So we really need to have Andrew Yang become president because this cannot happen. But it does say a lot, man. It says a lot. See, I told you. Yeah, you told me, man. Listen, I'm not gonna argue facts and data, bro. There it is. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's how crazy it is. Because between the third and and the 11th, the third and the ninth, this man is closing in on $100 million. That's crazy. Just imagine if he started earlier, and he's already spent more than twice what everybody else has spent, and he just, that's my head is gonna explode just thinking about that number. There's so much money in the establishment that he'll get it all back. Oh, of course he'll get it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just a phone call, man. When you got that kind of money, it's just a phone call. Look, Mike, just cut the check. I got you on the back end. Like it's all good. I clearly want to be a billionaire. Like I'm sorry, I'm not going front, man. It just sounds amazing to be able to make that phone call. Too much is too bad. People get annoyed. Yeah, I mean I agree, but it's not just about actually selling yourself. Some of it's just name recognition. Again, we don't really believe that Joe Biden is getting 21% or 29%. We believe that it's just name recognition. People are like, I know Joe Biden. I don't know the other guys. And when you listen to these polls, they will often say the person's qualifications. Like they'll say, do you support former Vice President Joe Biden, Secretary of State? Like they'll list out their titles. So when you hear former vice president and you know of Joe Biden, or if you happen to have been a fan of Obama, then it's easy to just say that name. So when they say former New York mayor, okay, well, I don't like Joe Biden, so I'll go with that guy because he seems like he's qualified. So I'm not, I don't believe that these people are truly passionate about Bloomberg or what's his face, Biden. But I think it helps to have your name kind of be everywhere. Like I would gladly trade the name recognition of Bloomberg for Yang any day. Like to see Yang's name that prominent would be, it'd be big for sure because he's got the policies to back it up. Pete is not the way. Andrew Yang is our focus. Get our money in our hands. All right. Crystal Ball makes me so mad. She was egging Bloomberg on a few weeks ago, and now she is outraged that he is in the race. Yeah, see, people, y'all didn't ever hear me say something like that, right? When they were like, "Oh, it's okay, he can hop in the race. He's not going to take votes away." Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? My guy's not getting enough time to talk right now. I don't need somebody else taking up the airways, so it's harder for him to get his message out. You makes no sense. Stop talking. Imagine what could be done with that amount of money to help. Not only did he spend that amount of money, look how quickly he did it. That's how I want you to really think about this. When somebody wants something to happen, It is amazing how quickly they're willing to cut that check. Just remember, keep that same energy when we're talking about why you can't spend money on XYZ policy, or why we can't implement UBI, or why we can't give universal health care. Whatever we're trying to do, just that's it. That's how quickly. I mean, the man spent $40 million in 6 days. 6 days. Wow. We're living in a time where billionaires can technically buy an election. Yep. Hopefully that time comes to us, and then very soon. 2 million. Where you guys at? We're living in only if there was VAT on that 100 mil. Oh man. Oh, that would be so funny. Imagine what could be done with that amount of money to help the public homelessness be wiped out in one stroke. Jeez. The platinum age of conspicuous consumption is upon us. I haven't seen any candidates ads. I'm online most of the time, but even in the gym, I don't see campaign commercials. I'm in NYC. Maybe we don't matter. Really? Listen, like I said, I'm in the gym for an hour. Bloomberg ads is on. Maybe it's because I'm in Oklahoma, so they're like, we can get them. Bloomberg wants a status quo because the economy is working for them. They grew up in a time where the average human elected labor could be exchanged for a robust middle class. I am not under the assumption that any change that's going to happen is going to make billionaires not be billionaires. Okay? Like, I think it's principle. They're just like, I'm irritated, I have to give up money. I don't think they're going to, like, go from being billionaires to 100 millionaires. No, they're going to get their money back. They're going to find a way. Like, you don't get that wealthy by just letting money go out the window and not having another plan. You know what I mean? You diversify in order to hedge against certain things happening. So I imagine they're still going to be okay. It's just principle. How many yachts can you water ski behind? Mr. Jermison, appreciate you, man. Boomers want the status quo because, yeah. You love my questions and interview. Appreciate you. Yes, appreciate you guys. Again, if you guys have not checked out that interview, you need to go check it out because I'm going to start breaking down these questions. And let me tell you, your boy really put some thought and effort in. If I didn't get your question in there, just know I felt like the questions that I did ask were hopefully going to push the conversation forward and honestly just bring something new. Like, I'm tired of hearing the same old Andrew Yang stump speech. And I feel like in all the responses, just across the panel, not just myself, everybody, we got new information, new responses. He brought it, man. And I know people were, I was watching the video as it premiered yesterday with people, and they were trying to figure out if sorry, my mouth is dry. They're trying to figure out if it's live. And people were like, oh, it seems like something's cut out. First of all, that interview has barely any cuts, okay? There's hardly any cuts out of that video. And that's straight up honest. There's hardly anything cut out of the video. And Andrew Yang is as rapid fire in that stream as he is on any other debate stage. I promise you. I was asking these questions like he was going to hesitate. Nothing. Seamless the whole time. I was kind of blown away, man. I really was, like, super impressed. And after talking to him, I'm now confident more than ever that there's no way any other candidate could do that. I mean, you would have seen some Pete. What's Pete saying now these days? No. Like, you would have seen some of that. He brought it, man. He brought it. So more cash flows in than flows out for Bloomberg. That's what I'm saying. When you got that kind of money, you can't lose it. Like, you have to be trying to lose that amount of money. So I don't think that these people are going to take some huge L no matter what. And even if Warren's wealth tax come into play, it's just more of a hassle to try to hide all your money. Like, again, this is principle. I would just be irritated having to give that amount of money up if I feel like I'm contributing so much money to the economy already. So I understand that. I don't think that these people are going to go broke. Yang is a fast thinker. That he is. Do you think the DNC will change the rules to get Bloomberg in? Listen, knowing that the DNC had a hand in making sure Hillary Clinton knew the debate questions prior to, and that they got Bernie Sanders to stand next to Hillary Clinton and support her in the end, I put nothing past them. Do I think that they would change the rules? I don't think they would, But if they did, I wouldn't be blown away by that. I wouldn't be like, what? The DNC did something corrupt? What? That's impossible. No, I'll just be like, yeah, that sounds par for the course. That's what they do. Like, that's what they do. If they do the right thing, that's what will surprise me. If they said, sorry, Bloomberg, I know you're at 12% right now and you just knocked off Pete, but we can't let you on the stage because you're not hitting the donation requirements. That would blow me away. The frustrating part of all this is that Yang is not just the best candidate for us, but the rest of the world. The wave will continue and change world politics. He needs to win. UK for Yang. Shout out to the UK. But he had those questions beforehand, correct? So there's that. I mean, with that, all of my questions were not submitted to Andrew Yang way before. I actually changed my questions the day of, because they came back and gave us revisions and said, hey, certain questions weren't going to work. So, or they didn't feel like certain questions would give us a good enough response. So I sent new questions that morning. I'm just saying. It don't matter. My questions weren't the questions he usually asks. So I'm impressed. I'm sorry. Again, I've been critical of Angie Yang the whole time. So you can't look at me like no fanboy. I been on his bumper the whole time. I appreciate you, Robert. What's up, John? Have you seen the deep cuts Andrew Yang did on Patriot Act? No, I have not. Why do I know that phrase? Deep cuts he did on Patriot Act. Did anyone ask if he knows Pete is copying him? He didn't say it during the actual Q&A, but in the debate, or not in the debate, in the rally, he talked about people copying him. So, and you know, people definitely said Pete, and he didn't say yes, but he definitely didn't say no. And if you see the video, I uploaded the video of the rally speech, which is a slightly different speech than he's given before as well. I actually thought it was a really good speech. He actually spoke quite a bit against the DNC. He definitely acknowledged people are copying him. And that's why he knows that if it's a war or if this is a matter of ideas, there's no question that he'll win. There's no question he'll win on ideas. It's just the other stuff that he's got to worry about. The Patriot Act is more like a comedy. Just went up a few hours. I'll have to check it out. Let's see. I'm curious. Does it have a bunch of stuff about it's uploaded by Patriot Act? What's Patriot Act? Is that a channel? Oh, this is okay, this guy. All right. That's why I know that, because I just saw this guy's interview the other day, or this morning. That's what was throwing me off. Okay, yeah, deep cuts. That's right. Actually, I didn't know Andrew Yang was on here. I know when I was watching him, he was talking about having Bernie on. So I'm going to check this out. One very important, are you coming to Los Angeles to party? I'm not worthy of coming to LA for a party. You guys go to LA. You guys party in LA. I got to go where the message needs to be spread. I don't deserve a party. Wish Yang could have gotten a word in edgewise, but he did a good job of being funny and down to earth. Yeah, I didn't even know he was on here. This dude looks pretty tall. All right, I'm going to check it out. Watch another 10 seconds in, you'll see Yang making it. Yeah, okay, I just sped it up. Okay, I'm going to check it out. So, wish Yang could have gotten pretty funny. One important question. What were the rejected questions? It wasn't so much rejected. Honestly, it was more like they asked for modifications because they felt like the question wasn't deep enough. And honestly, I agreed. I was like, okay, yeah, I guess you're right. Like, I guess you're right. I guess I could go deeper. So I'm sorry. I was trying to give you a softball, and here you are telling me to go harder. So all right, I got you. So yeah, that's that. Again, if you guys have not checked it out, I'm gonna check out this deep cuts thing and probably make a video on this. So check out the interview if you guys have not. Like it's here. Is this a segment of the show, or is this the actual? I'll figure it out. Drawing a blank here. I gotta go pick up my kid from school. So yes, in we need crowds to go to crowded place. Oh, okay. All right. All right. January 18th. It's not December 18th, is it? Because I just keep seeing 18. I hope it's not December 18th. If it's December 18th, that's a no for me, dog. But if it's January, maybe we'll see. So I agree. Angie Yang is absolutely right. Steyer and Bloomberg are tricking off a bunch of money that clearly they have. But at the end of the day, we're not going to be seeing Bloomberg on any debate stage unless the DNC decides to just cheat. That's what we're going to call it. From now on, it's just cheating. We're just going to start. It's December 18th? Come on, man. We're going to have to call it what it is, okay? And that's just going to be blatant cheating. So, will they cheat for him? I don't know. Maybe. Would it surprise me? Absolutely not. Therefore, we can't win based on the idea that they're going to do the right thing. We just have to make sure that when we get an opportunity to speak to people, we crush it. That Andrew gets on stage in a debate and does what he does every single time, which is answer every single question, not dodge anything, be 100% transparent, and offer better policies than everyone else up on stage, which I'm 100% confident that he can and will do. So, if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe for more. Make sure you go check out the video on Nerds for Yang, see the full thing, and we're going to start breaking that down very soon. Appreciate you guys again. You guys made it happen. You guys are awesome. I appreciate your continued support. And yeah, let's go yang some more people out in real life. So you guys have an awesome day. I will see you guys soon. Peace.